Lots of things to get done in the kitchen today, and I thought I'd bring you along. I have some peppers to sort through. I will chop and freeze the sweet peppers, set aside the hot peppers, probably for some tomatillo salsa I'm going to make tomorrow. I have a bunch of romas. This is about 6 pounds of romas. I'm going to core those, get them in the freezer so they'll be ready for a huge batch of sauce. A few remaining cherry tomatoes, and this may be close to the end of the cherry tomatoes. So I want to get those sliced up and into the dehydrator. Over here, I have some things that I canned last week that I need to get put away. This is trifecta sauce. If you're interested, I may do a video on that. It is tomatoes and onions and garlic roasted and turned into a sauce, and it's absolutely delicious. So we can do that if you'd like. I had some more banana peppers. And then this sauce called Fire is the hottest hot sauce I've made yet. This is with mostly Puma peppers. And so my husband said we had to call it Fire, so he didn't mistakenly grab it one day without knowing what it was going to be. And then this is the chicken verde I canned yesterday, so I need to get those jars cleaned up and put away. I'm planning a salsa verde or tomatillo salsa. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, so I need to get ready for that. Finally, I have some peppers over here that have been in the freezer to flash freeze. I need to get those packaged up and back into the freezer, and then I'll reload these trays. So let's get started. Welcome to Grow and Preserve. I'm Carter. I'm glad you're here with me today. We're going to have a super easy but super productive time in the kitchen today. So let's just get a few tasks taken care of, and then I'll know that I'm preserving everything I possibly can that comes out of my garden, because it is the beginning of October, and here in another 3 weeks or so, we have potential frost coming up. So let's get it done today. I'm going to bring you down just so you can take a look. I'll turn on some music so you don't have to listen to me ramble the whole time, and we'll start getting this done.
I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along, I'll be your ride. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night. Or drinking red wine by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that. This or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight. Enjoying dinner until midnight, or in bed by night. This or I wanna see it all. Find the northern lights, see the stars in the open wild. Catch a glimpse of Panama. We don't need a map. I'll let you know when we've arrived, yeah. We can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night. Or drinking red wine by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that. This or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight. Enjoying dinner until midnight, or in bed by night. This or we can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. So just be brave and come along. I wanna do it all. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night. Or drinking red wine by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that. This or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight. Enjoying dinner until midnight, or in bed by night. This or
As you can see, I'm doing all of these as diced peppers because that's really what I tend to use more when they're frozen. I throw them in soups and stews or on top of pizza or whatever. I find that even when I do fajitas, I'm not crazy about frozen peppers in there. So I will, if it's the middle of winter and I want to do fajitas, I'll actually go break down and buy a pepper rather than that. So I have some bags that are still strips of peppers in my freezer. When I take those out now, I just chop them up and throw them in whatever it is that I'm making. So I'm going to go for all diced peppers this year, and we'll see how long that lasts me. I have about, I think, I think 3 quarts in the freezer already. So we'll add some more today and just keep going. I'm going to take full advantage of all those peppers out there because I do love to throw them in everything over the winter. So you see this funny looking squashed poblano pepper here. It was so ripe, it was purple. So I took advantage of that to make sure I saved some seeds because I actually haven't saved any seeds from poblanos yet. So I want to make sure that I have plenty of those for next year. I'm in the process of making sure I've ordered all of my seeds that either they're hybrids and so I can't save them, or I did not get anything super ripe with viable seeds this year. So I'm taking care of that, and now we're going to move on to the tomatoes. These are from my second batch of Romas that are just starting to ripen up. I have about 6 pounds of these. I'm going to try to get a couple of gallon bags. Usually I like to keep, I don't know, 3 or 4 pounds of tomatoes in a gallon bag. Makes them kind of easier to lay flat and stack in the freezer. And so once I have probably 5 or 6 bags, I'll make a big batch of sauce, probably that trifecta sauce. And then I certainly need to do some more crushed tomatoes as well. So I know that we have done crushed tomatoes on here before. I should have a video on that. But if you'd like to see the trifecta sauce, let me know, and I'll be sure to make a video on that one as well because it's wonderful, and it's also a great way to preserve garlic and onions as well.
Well, maybe it was fate when you walked in the door. I could have sworn I've seen your face before. So glad that you said hi, 'cause I was way too shy. What would have happened if you just had passed me by the night? We keep on drinking, keep on wishing guess you didn't catch me looking over your shoulder just at the right time. Those little moments all let me you only got you about all those little moments. All those little moments.
I hate that we're coming to the end of cherry tomato season. They really are one of my favorite things to come out of the garden. I love them fresh, I love them dried. I put them on absolutely everything. In fact, I just eat them out of the jar when they're dried. So I have about 2.5 quarts dried already on the pantry shelf. This will be maybe another pint. I've got about 4 trays here. You know, when they dry, they shrink down to virtually nothing. It's so sad. You can see my husband running around, the cat running around. Now I'm getting on to cleaning up these jars from the chicken verde that we did together the other day. This is really one of my favorite meals. I hope you'll go back and take a look if you missed that. So I'm going to get a very, very hot rag. I had nothing overflow in the canner, so these are not sticky at all. If they were, I would be running them under some warm soapy water and really scrubbing them down that way. So as I finish wiping down these jars, you'll see that I test each of the lids before I put them away. I'll pick up each jar by the lid just to make sure that there are no issues and that it's fully sealed. And then I'll label them before I can put them back in the pantry. So about every other day or so, I spend some time doing these little kinds of odds and ends to keep everything preserved and in order and make sure nothing is slipping through the cracks. This was about 45 minutes of film. I've edited it down to about 15 minutes. Um, but it's, everything has to get done. It's not all in and of itself video worthy, but I hope that you enjoyed seeing the little things that I do, either when you're not with me or while the camera is running and we're filming another project. But I have the camera turned off for just a few minutes. Anyway, let me know if you enjoyed this, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.
I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along. I'll be alright. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next.